Take your hunting and birdwatching experience to the next level with Alpine Optics. With state-of-the-art technology, chic design, and super functional features, Alpine Optics binoculars and spotting scopes are the ultimate companion for outdoors enthusiasts. As practice-oriented hunters and nature observers, Alpine knows you have to rely 100% on your equipment when stalking, night hunting, and more. Explore their range at alpineoptics.com. Alpine. Discover the difference.
All right, now, you know what time it is. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio.
Yeah. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. You know him as a dope actor, Kevin D. Bitten, 360 twice jam, how he keep winning. And you know the baddest actress, Nikee Warren. She so bad you walking past, she had you speaking for her. If you ain't tuning in, this your reality check. You might miss out on your favorite star celebrity guest. When they celebrate, what you do, you get the bell, yeah. During Kevin's corner, get expired and encouraged, yeah. Bend them corners while you listen, but don't swerve. Find out what's getting on Nikee nerd. What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? Keep on playing. Me and Kevin goes and we gon' get you hit. Yo, check us out on social media. In your mobile phone, we everywhere. You ever stations played out like a ringtone. Follow me like Bino R-E-M-E-Y. Bino Remy. Pop like Simi. And my flow hotter. Thick a semi. Been doing this since I scraped up pennies. But back to the subject, Kevin Nikee.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Man.
That's that old school.
That's old school. That's old school rap, you know?
Here we go, yo. What's the other one? This or that? This or that? This or that?
This or that? Engine
number 9
going down the New York line. If the train got off the track,
big it up.
So back on the seat. That's old, man. Old school.
That's old school.
That's old school rap, man. Yeah,
yep.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Can't get enough old school rap. And you gotta really kind of go all the way back. I want to say to Curtis Blow, the Sugar Hill Gang. Yeah, man. And if you want to go back a little bit, maybe further than that, there was an actor, Rudy, the guy that played Dolomite. He actually used to rap, and that was his line. Yeah. So he used to actually rap. So you had that era. They really set the tone for, rap. As far as what we know it is to be today, I think today's rap musician kind of changed the bars, you know what I mean? But it was Curtis Blow, Sugar Hill Gang, who else did? Man, it was so many back then. And then you had the emergence, of course, of Rakim, Eric B and Rakim, EPMD, Special Ed, Schoolie D, those were they were the old school. Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, man. Paris.
Yep. That's that old school flavor right
rap,
there. Yeah. Okay. You better go ahead. You better go.
I'm a little knowledgeable.
You got a little knowledge going on. Not much, not much, but you got a little knowledge going on. Okay. Yeah. All right. So look, if you had your choice, I'm gonna throw it out at you.
Okay.
If you had your choice from back in the day, would you have been a rapper, a beatboxer, or a musician? Which one?
I would be a musician, because a musician can be a rapper and a beatboxer, or both, or more.
You caught on to that.
Yeah.
You get the bell. Okay. Yes. Yeah. You got, okay. He got a thinking cap on today, y'all. He thinking today. Okay. You caught on to it. I thought I was going to get you with it.
Yeah. All right. So now that I passed my test with flying colors.
Yeah, you did.
We are back.
Yeah, y'all.
For another exciting week, for another exciting show, another exciting guest. It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. I'm actor Kevin D. Benton.
And I'm actress Nikee Warren.
And we are back.
Yes.
Man, isn't it weird that we're already a week into the new year?
Already a weekend.
We already a weekend.
Yep. And this is our second show of the new year.
Yeah.
Because our first show, New Year's Day, we had a ball.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And this is our second show of the new year.
It's moving right along.
And guess what? I ain't tired.
I'm not tired yet. No, I'm not tired yet. You know that song? You don't.
That's the church song.
That's the church song.
That church song. No, I'm not tired yet. I'm not tired yet. Okay. Now he taking that to church. See that?
You set the stage. You say I'm not tired yet. So
I'm not.
That was the segue.
That was the segue. Yeah, because I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I can do this all day.
I can do this all day.
Yeah,
awesome. So we always got a lot to talk about, a lot going on. Even when it seems like nothing's going on, something's going on. So with that said, it is now time for the daily adventures of Kevin and Nikee.
Okay. Now, you know what? Okay, you still in it? I'm going to let you go first because I want you to talk about this awesome audition that you had.
Okay. So, man. Oh, man. So, definitely, going into the new year, working while I'm waiting.
Well, don't sound so sad about it.
No, I'm trying to make sure I say everything. I don't sound sad. So, definitely working while I'm waiting. And while I'm waiting, I'm working. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
As you should.
That's right. Stand on the grind, stand on the lines. So I got a few, projects coming up soon, and got a few projects coming up a little bit after soon.
Yeah.
Or we want to say near future. Mm-hmm. So for the projects that I got coming up soon, just, getting a jump on my lines, trying to do script analysis, scene analysis, character development, as far as getting the lines down. So it's always a blessing too when you can get a script in advance and get a jump on the lines because you can better develop the character the more time that you have. But of course, in the context of an audition, when you have a cold read, you don't have that much time.
Right.
So I did have a audition over the weekend and in New York City, and it went well. I got there early. It was, of course, some people in front of me. Got a hold of the, of course, the script for the character I was auditioning for, and I had to do some quick scene analysis, quick character development, as quick as you can before you go in. And I had to resort to my training. I had to resort to the techniques that I learned. I did my jaw exercises and I did my breathing techniques so I can go in there and relax. And I went in there and I did a good job. I really did a good job. And
I know you did.
Yeah, I walked out of there feeling good about my audition as well as the reaction of the director as I was delivering my lines. Of course, we both were reading. I read for my character. She read for the character that was in my scene. And I learned something because, we know with this art, where you're always learning but never arriving. And so, but you're always getting better. The more you learn, the more you practice, the more you develop. And so, as I was doing my script and scene analysis, I learned that sometimes in scripts, there's some implied stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes the script will tell you, and then Joe picked up the glass of water and gave it to Sue.
Right.
Well, then sometimes it's not going to say that.
Right.
But that can be implied. And so when I was in the hallway waiting to go in, I was not only trying to familiarize myself with the lines as best I can so that I could look at the lines and then put the script down while it was still in my hand and talk to, the direction of the, camera that she told me to look into. And so I figured out what some of the implied stuff was. And when it was time for me to give my lines, I would ad lib a part that would give credence to what was implied. For example, the lady in the script was talking about a piece of paper that she was looking at that she had to give to me. But of course it didn't say so-and-so hands the paper to me. My next line was, oh, okay, this really looks good. So what I did was I added let me take a look at that. Okay, this looks really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Like by adding it. And when I did those little things, I noticed that the director would look up and she would smile and shake her head yes. So, at the end of the audition, like I said, I walked out of there feeling good about my performance, the preparation that, I was able to do before I went in and, my delivery. And, I felt really, really good about that. And so it was positive that she asked me, would I be able to attend a table read on such and such date. Now, of course, you take it with a grain of salt, but that's a positive. That is a because positive. They could simply just say, thanks for coming and leave it at that. But it was, would you be willing to travel to film? Yeah. And would you be willing can you make a, table read on such and such date? And then it was thanks for coming,
Yeah, because it could have been, thanks for coming.
It could have been, in touch. Okay.
Thank you. Coming. All right. That's it.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. And, other than that, like I said, staying on the ground, staying on my lines, continuing to, apply for this, apply for that. And of course, we're waiting in the pocket to film stuff that we've already had in the works. The horror movie we've been telling everybody about. So we're looking forward to continuing with that. And so I think next on the agenda is your scene. Yeah, my scene is coming up. Can't wait. Getting ready for that. Getting ready to. I already got my face test, my makeup test done. Yeah, that was awesome. They're gonna put some more to it. So already got that done. And the changing of my hair and different things like that is going to be awesome. Can't wait to do that. Yeah. It's going to be exciting. Anytime that they take your face and transform it into something else, it's just awesome. It's just totally amazing. And I finally got my turn, my much anticipated waited turn, because you got yours and I've been looking at your photos like, wow. Man, I just can't wait till we get the okay to, release the pictures and the trailer comes up. I think people are really, really going to be interested and intrigued about this movie, man, because, it was the real deal. Yeah. And, and it's always nice when someone say, you don't have not a wrinkle on that face. It's right. I be voguing that face, honey. Voguing that face. That's right. No wrinkles. I take very good care of my skin. So you talk about me doing the robot. Nikee over here voguing, y'all. That's you talk about me doing the robot. Get the vogue on. That's right. Get the vogue on. Vogue that face. That's it. Make sure you take care of your skin. Yeah. Especially if you are in the entertainment industry, music, singing, whatever, that camera is right up on that face. Man. And the one thing you don't want to see is a whole bunch of wrinkles when you go to the premiere and you're looking at yourself and you see all them wrinkles and saddlebags going on. You don't want to see that. The audience is seeing that. You don't want to see that. So take care of your face. Take care of your skin. Pretty much take care of yourself, period. You drink, I will say, Kev drinks a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water. Drink that water, people. It's good for your water skin. Is good for the skin. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it. And if you drink, they say if you drink a gallon of water, it doesn't have to be in one setting, but if you drink a gallon of water a day, it can help you lose weight too. Yeah, see, it has even weight loss things going on to itself. You know what? So if you laugh a lot and drink at least a gallon of water a day, not in one setting, you could lose weight just watching TV. Wait, hold up. If you laugh, you lose weight. Remember we had on the show that laughter helps you burns calories. Okay. Yeah. So if you can laugh a lot, drink a lot of water, you don't even have to go to the gym.
Hey,
that's the cheapest weight loss program.
There you go.
Water and laughter.
Yeah. And if you don't know what to laugh at, put on Cat Williams. Okay, put on Cat Williams and be laughing all day. And put on our special guest that we had, Charles
Walden. Yeah,
put him on. You'll be laughing all day. So you can have you crack it up. Yeah. So you want to get something to laugh at and laugh at those two. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, or just go look in the mirror. You'll start laughing. You know what I'm saying?
That's not nice.
They say God has a sense of humor. You know what I mean?
I know that's right. Yeah. But Kevin and I, awesome story I'm getting ready to tell you guys. We had the awesome chance of going down to Baltimore, like way out in Baltimore, working with this awesome director out there, Ian Akel out there.
We did Guns and Grams.
We did with him Guns and Grams with the awesome Larry Durr. We did Guns and Grams with Ian and Larry Durr out there.
And Omar Gooding was
there.
Snoop from The Wire. And then Hassan Johnson was there.
Yes, he was there.
Yeah.
And what's his Boogie? Was it Boogie from The Wire? Light skin?
I think it was Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie is in it also. We had an awesome time with them out there. So much so to the point that they remembered us. Yeah. And so I get a message the other day, over the weekend, I get a message from Ian. And he said, hey, I wrote this awesome series and I need you guys. So back to Baltimore we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Back to Baltimore we go. And when was that?
That was like 2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2-3 years
ago. We did that.
And we candy Oliver Burbage. My Miami 50 Grand Pots and Pans. Yeah. I was in it too. Yeah, we was all out there, man, getting it in. And also, our man that we had on set, Antoine T. Money was out there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, Twine was out there.
He was out there as well.
Yeah. Twine was on set getting it in. Yeah. So yeah, it was a nice cast. Yeah. And we was at 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
And it's always neat. It's always nice to be remembered, for how you carried yourself as a professional. Yeah. How you worked on set. Yep. And for people to say, hey, I need somebody or I need some people, and you come into their remembrance. Yeah. And of course, man, like we always tell you, this is a relationship driven business. Somebody's always watching you for good and for bad reasons, but you don't worry about the people for bad reasons. Because when you're doing what you're supposed to do and when you are where you're supposed to be and you're taking care of business. That's right. And you're not doing anything that's negative. You don't have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
So it was just really, an honor to be selected again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it was one of them things. He was like, hey, Nick, I need you and Kev. Yeah. I'm like, okay, where do you need us and when? Yeah. So we got our assignments and we're going to be heading down to Baltimore. And I don't have no problem with going to Baltimore, right? I just want to let y'all know. It's just this one bridge that I don't want to go over.
This bridge is
so I don't know the name of the bridge, but if you guys, some of our listeners are from Baltimore, you will know the bridge when I describe it. This, I can't remember this bridge. And when you go around the tolls like I do, you will hit this bridge. And it's going into Arundel Mills, Maryland.
Okay.
Around the bay, Arundel Mills. Okay. And this bridge, it goes down like it's going into the water. And you will see that the water in the road is like this. I can't do that. So we're, when we go, we're going to have to find another way. Cause I don't know if that's the only bridge to get into the town or whatever. Cause I can't do that. Something happens, the water starts filling over on the bridge. That's going to freak me out. Cause one time I went down there, I actually stopped driving. In the car next to me was like, keep going, keep going. I was scared to death. So, we're going to have to find another way, because I'm not going over that bridge. I'm letting you know right now.
I think that might be the only way. Yep.
I don't know. We're going to have to find a different way, because that bridge, I don't like it.
But, we got
to figure something out. We got to figure something out expeditiously, because I'm not going over that bridge.
TSI expeditiously,
because I'm not going over that bridge. We got to find another way. Yeah. But, Yeah, it's always good when, someone, just hits you up and like, hey, I need you for my set and different things like that. Yeah. It's always good. So that, that was a blessing. So we get ready to do that. And along with all the other things that we are getting ready to film. Yeah. It's just awesome. Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to hold you. I'm waiting for, I know, remember how we were talking about coming to the conclusion of 219. Yeah. And 219 hadn't been over yet, and people were talking about 2020 and all this stuff. And I'm just going to say this. There's some things that we filmed in 219 that we're waiting to come out in 220. And when they do, it's going to be huge. It's going to be, what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to be some big stuff, man. It's going to be nice. Just some, national, international TV, projects. In theaters everywhere, projects, with more on the horizon. So I'm just kind of excited about the stuff we filmed in 219 that's going to be premiering in 220. So that's going to make 220 all the more bigger and better and beyond. So yeah, man. And then we got, we're looking forward to the premiere of Keys. Yeah. Coming up January 25th. Yes. And, it's going to be awesome. And I always refer to this as Keys to Revenge. You know what I mean? Cause, it was out, but it's back. You know what I mean? And, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be at the Jamaican Performing Arts Center in Jamaica, New York. And, it's going to be awesome. We can't wait.
I can't wait for it all either because, it's always good when we go to New York to see the New York crew, but Keys is got that fire going on. It's totally different from, what you guys are used to seeing. So, you guys got to check that thing out.
Yeah. What's the slogan? There were good cops, bad cops, and then there were others. So we're going to check it all out on January 25th at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center in Jamaica, New York. And, we'll be telling you guys, how to get tickets and numbers you can call. So this is for the commercial.
That's right.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all we got for our adventures.
That's it.
Man, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
We stayed doing something, though.
And that's not counting the script that's sitting collecting dust on the floor that we waiting to film. We just waiting for stars to line up. So we have the stuff that we got coming up soon. Then we got the stuff coming up near future. And then we got stuff coming up near, hopefully near future.
And then we got the stuff that we're waiting to do.
That's kind of, that's what I was trying to say. The last one, that's what I was trying to get at. Maybe I should have said, far future?
Far future.
Okay, far future.
Yeah.
All right. So as always, that's positive, man. Look, we just want to encourage you, you guys as actors, actresses, entertainers, man, keep, like Hawthorne James told us, stay busy. Keep working while you're waiting. Keep believing while you're working and you're waiting.
That's right.
Wait while you work and work while you wait.
So. And what's the other thing? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's it.
Stay ready.
Yeah. All right.
So we're going to take a break.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break.
But before we do, man, listen.
She's a phenomenal woman.
Yes, she is.
Educator.
Yep.
Best-selling published author. Life coach. Motivational speaker.
Yep.
Award-winning filmmaker.
Yes.
But more importantly, to add to all that, and she's that and much, much more.
Yes, she is.
She's a living testimony that you don't have to be a victim.
That's right.
But that you can go to victory.
That's right.
That you don't have to stay in the rut of self.
You better preach, preacher.
And that you can, by way of awareness and much, much more, you can become, as she said, the best you.
Yeah. Yeah. She gonna blow your mind.
Y'all gonna want to tune in. Y'all gonna want to take notes. Y'all are going to be inspired by hearing her journey that went from trauma to triumph. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. Yeah. Turn your radio. Turn it up. Get your notes out.
That's
because you're going to be helped.
I guarantee you.
It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We everywhere, and we will be right back.
I used to be so broken, lost, empty. A heart with no beat, a singer with no song to sing. So I know the feeling, the silence is deafening. But in your pain lies a blessing, sweet and sour victory. So keep walking, 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 though it seems so far. No matter who you are, see there's one thing that I know. Life it can leave you so bitter, 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 bitter. But you must believe that it gets better, 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 better. It's alright, turn your eyes and the prayer to the sky. I know it's hard to find, but you must believe that it gets better. Listen to me. I know you're scared, your heart's bleeding. But what are you gonna do now? I think it's time you break free and keep walking, 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 though it seems so far. No, it doesn't really matter who you are. See, there's one thing that I know. Life it can leave you so bitter, 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 bitter. But you must believe that it gets better, 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 better. It's alright, turn your eyes and the prayer to the sky. I know it's hard to find, but you must believe that it gets better, better. Oh yeah, almost out of here. See, I was almost done. I wanted to die from how I was done wrong. I cried out every night looking for a helping hand. That's when it happened. Jesus took me. He held me close, gave me love, revealed my heart, helped me grow better because His love it made me whole. He's available anytime. Try Him out, He'll change your life. See, I know, yeah. Life it can leave you so bitter, 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 bitter. You must believe that it gets better, better, better. Life it can leave you so bitter, 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 bitter. But you must believe that it gets better, better. Oh, it gets better, better.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with some tasty treats from the Brownie Shop. Fudge cupcakes, sweet potato pie, freshly baked bread, homemade ice cream, creamy chocolatey brownies, and much, much more. Check out their full menu on Facebook Brownie Shop or Brownie Shop 2019 Instagram. Get your next dessert from the Brownie Shop. Your sweet tooth will love you for it.
Urban Elite Beauty LLC is an online urban beauty supply store that serves both men and women in urban communities. Our goal is to provide quality beauty solutions for our culture and community. Most importantly, we want to instill in our friends the importance of loving thy hair, loving thy skin, and to love thyself. Check us out on social media, on Facebook at Urban Elite Beauty, on Twitter at dbenton71, on Instagram at urban_elite_beauty, and for more information, go to our website at www.urbanelitebeauty.com or email founder and CEO David Benton at dbenton@urbanelitebeauty.com or call 609-217-5292. Check us out and see what the Urban Elite Beauty experience is all about.
Don't miss the anticipated movie premiere for the crime drama Keys, Friday, January 25th, 7 p.m. at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center. For tickets, call 646-284-3785 or purchase at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center box office.
All right.
Man.
Powerful song.
Very, very powerful.
Powerful
Powerful.
song.
And so fitting for our special guest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very powerful and fitting. So very, very, very fitting.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very powerful song.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So we ready for our special guest?
We are ready for our special guest.
I'm excited.
Man, listen, our special guest is an educator, best-selling, published author of Magnified Thoughts, co-author of I'm Fine and His Grace is Sufficient, and first-time award-winning filmmaker of The Good Life. Awesome. She is also a life coach whose individual focus is on personal development and self-awareness to win spiritually, personally, and professionally. She's also a motivational speaker who has her MBA and is the fearless, magnified educator and empowerment expert who educates, teaches, guides, empowers, motivates, and inspires women of all ages to see and reach their full potential. She helps them identify their life purpose and how to break through their own barriers to overcome that number one culprit, fear. As a survivor of sexual child abuse and domestic violence who intentionally created a new narrative for her life, she inspires the masses by teaching them how to tap into the power of positive thinking to live and create their best life, especially after trauma and abuse. She is the CEO founder of Magnify Your Essence and Celebrating You Women's Conference and Expo and much, 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 much more.
Wait, before you be introduced, I want to read the full title of that best-selling published book. It's called Magnified Thoughts, A Transformational Journey to Reveal Your Amazing You.
Nice.
We are talking about none other than
Miss Carolyn Wilson. Woo! Yes, Miss Carolyn.
How you doing, Miss Carolyn?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
It's a hey. That was all what's happening. Remember that?
Yes. Hey.
That's right. All right.
Miss Carolyn, man, you got it going on. I'm here to tell you, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Well,
Amen.
listen, thank you so much for taking time out your busy schedule. We know you got a lot going on, for taking time out and sharing with us and our listeners and our followers around the world.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, look, we're gonna jump right on into it.
Yes, we're gonna jump right on into it.
Oh man,
you go in. You do it first.
Well, look, I'm trying to figure out where to start.
Yes,
but let's start with this best-selling published book, Magnify Your Thoughts: A Transformational Journey to Reveal Your Amazing You.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind writing the book? And then tell our listeners a little bit, a synopsis of what the book is about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's me. No. No, the book is literally, it's Magnified Thoughts, and it's about this journey. So the title is self-explanatory. So it's a transformational journey to discover your true self.
Okay.
So when you deal with past trauma, which all of us do, it's just that we don't want to admit it.
Right.
So any type of trauma that you may have endured will hinder you from understanding who you truly are.
Right.
So a lot of times we wear a mask. No, all the time.
Right.
We wear masks.
Right.
And we're not able to be our, we're going to use that cliche word, authentic self. So when you're doing that, you can't be at your optimum. You can't perform, for your family. You can't perform for your job. You can't perform for your community because you don't really truly know who you are.
Right.
Your representative is coming to the table. You know how when you're dating, they say, oh, are you dating the representative?
Right.
It's the same thing. You're just in a perpetual representative mode.
Right. I like that.
Because you don't know who you are.
Right.
And that's usually because of something that you have endured in your past.
Right. Yeah.
In those closets, under the bed, tucked away somewhere. Those bones, they're rattling. They trying to come out.
Right.
So, excuse me. So when I'm talking about magnified thought, it all starts with a change that has to occur based on your choice. And it all has to do with your thought.
Right.
So back to the trauma piece. When you make a choice to no longer allow whatever your past circumstances was to dictate and rule your life, therefore, then you can then make a change.
Wow.
Awesome.
So for me, my trauma was sexual child abuse. And then which then led to domestic violence, which then led to depression, which then led to you fill in the blank.
Yeah.
So although I've been able to, put those things aside because we bury them, we put them away, and then we move on and we get numb to it. And then the longer we ignore it, the deeper it goes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then the harder it is for it to come out. And then we no longer identify it with any longer. And then we take on this new persona. There goes the whole thing about your representative.
Right.
So it's not you. So you're always showing up, not as who you are supposed to be showing up.
Right.
Wow.
Because you don't even know who's supposed to be showing up.
Wow. Right. Wow.
That's powerful. That's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Because, I had my degree in psychology. So topics like, this is always of interest to me. And, with, my spiritual background, mesh with my education, this is always intriguing. From a doctrinal and theological standpoint, there's a verse that says, so whatever man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Our thoughts have, our positive or negative thoughts are going to produce a positive or negative emotion or feeling. And the combination of those being positive or negative is going to produce positive or negative behaviors. And so when you talk about, trauma, sexual abuse, domestic violence, or any kind of trauma, or rejection that we face, that circumstances is always going against our self-worth, is always going against our self-value. And like what you said, is going against who we really are. So then we mask, we cover up, and then we present. And we got to keep presenting. And we got to kind of keep this juggling going on. And, nobody knows who the real us is, and we don't know who the real us is. Yeah. And we got to go through life just presenting who we want people to think we are.
Right. That makeup. Yeah. That makeup. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm snapping.
We're gonna start snapping tonight. We all snap. So, I mean, with all of that said, like, for somebody who, has been very, very enlightened by what you just said, we didn't even get through the whole interview. We didn't even get through the whole interview.
No.
And they might be saying, wow, that was powerful. Where do I start? How do I get to that point? What was the point for you where you said enough is enough with the presentation? Enough is enough with the mask. I have to start this perhaps even painful journey of dealing with what's really going on in my life. Like, what happened? What caused that epiphany or that turnaround?
It's like you have to, and it's fun. It's interesting because what I was about to say, you just already segued me to it. So thank you so much. And it's about getting into that pain.
Okay. Got you.
So you have to get to a point where, like you said, enough is enough. You have to get to a point where it's like, you're asking questions about yourself. It's like, something's just kind of not right. Like, you know how you see Crazy Bob up the street that be talking to himself and running his fingers? And as a kid, okay, we're not going to talk. We're going to get away from Mr. Bobby because he's a little crazy. Because we know, we can just tell. Although he presents himself well, but we just kind of internally know.
Right.
So then it gets to a point where you now have to not worry about Crazy Bobby, but worry about crazy you.
Right.
It's like, so something's not right. When I look at my life and I say, okay, well, I'm here on one aspect. And then and I can explain, like, you got the new version of my bio, right? Well, newish. But my original bio was that representative bio.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Where I'm serving on board. And I'm the president of this, and I'm doing that, and you follow what I'm saying?
Right.
And I have all these accolades. And I'm in rooms, and I'm being given opportunities, but yet the person who was in the room was like, hi, why am I here? I'm not even supposed to be here. I don't fit in this arena.
Right.
I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a dignitary. I'm just this, even though I have a degree, I have multiple degrees. I'm serving on boards. I'm chairman of a board, several boards. I'm doing stuff for the city of Philadelphia. At a large level. I'm the only one in the room, but yet I still feel like that I'm this 18-year-old on welfare kind of like project chick.
Right. Like feeling that sense of emptiness and void. And hurt and pain. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So although all of those things weren't me, but that's, and not to stereotype, but I was part of that stereotype.
I got you.
I grew up in North Philadelphia. I grew up in the hood. I, didn't have the, ever lack for luxury, our boy says, you're all I need. I didn't know. But I felt that way.
Okay.
Because I was at one time and point an 18-year-old, pregnant on welfare, single parent, all that good stuff. But now I have, air quote, made it because I have my, my children in private school, I have my education, I have a great job, on paper, my representative was coming to the table, but I wasn't there.
Gotcha.
Wow.
I hope everybody's catching this.
Wow.
I hope everybody's catching this, man. This is some very, very therapeutic information that she's sharing. She's speaking about that represent. That's who we're presenting to the public. That's who we want people to believe that we are. That's hiding behind our accomplishments, our success. But on the inside, feeling empty, feeling lonely, broken, struggling with the hurt, struggling with the pain, being in a room full of people, but lonely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now
absolutely. And then dig this. So now, talk about feeling like being a loner. So, and this just goes for many Black men and women who get to a level of air quote success, right? Or a certain level of education or a certain level of status, according to, status quo, we'll say. All have experienced this. Everyone that I have talked to who has been in any kind of professional environment have all experienced this, whether they want to admit it or not. You get to a point where you're in an environment where you're like, I don't really feel like I belong here, but I have a right to be here. So I'm going to make sure I have a seat at the table. Yeah. But I don't understand the language. So now when you start to learn that language and you're becoming more versed on that side of the table, but your reality and your world is still on the other side of the table. Back on Allegheny Avenue, where you go for dinners and where you go to church and where you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. The Allegheny Avenue now coming to the boardroom. Right. They hanging on the corner. They going to the bodega. Right. Yeah. So I got to live in both worlds. And yet I don't belong to any. Right. Wow. Because now I'm too air quote white for my hood. And I'm too Black for my white boardroom. Wow. Wow.
Got you.
Wow.
So where do you go?
Right.
So therefore, who am I?
Right. That's powerful.
I'm sitting at the table.
Very powerful.
But I'm not there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's, I'm sitting at the dining room table. And yet I'm not there. Wow. Because I don't know that language anymore.
Wow.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that is
very, very, very powerful.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and just to add to that, and I think Nikee had something she wanted to say. People go a lifetime without confronting self, never coming to that point of awareness, and they have to keep up this juggling act for their whole entire lives, or they go the majority of their lives never getting free to the point to find out who I am, because you can't conquer what you don't confront.
Yeah, and speaking to that, you are a motivational speaker for a lot of women who are wearing that mask. And what Kev is saying, how do you minister and how do you talk to these type of women to get them to take off that mask and confront who they really are? Because a lot of them don't want to take the mask off out of fear. Yeah. So how do you get them to break down that wall of fear and confront who they are?
By showing them who I am. By showing up as Carolyn Wilson.
Gotcha.
The Carolyn Wilson who truly discovered who she is.
Yeah.
That's the transformational journey to discover, your true self. Not the Carolyn Wilson that's on my degree.
Right.
You know what, Miss Carolyn?
Wow, that's awesome.
And I'm going to tell you, the answer that you gave was very, very powerful and profound.
Yeah.
Because the best evidence of transformation is going to be the person.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you can get up there and talk about your success, your degrees, and what boardrooms you're in, talk about your childhood abuse and domestic violence, like you're sharing it, like you're talking about the weather because you're free from it. Somebody's going to sit out there and say, wow, if she can, I see her success. I see the Sister's Choice and the stuff she's doing and the awards and all this sort of stuff. But yet she's up there being open, honest, and transparent because she's been free. Now they don't understand that was years of work. That was years of giving attention to stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they getting the fast forward, version at the conference. You know what I'm saying? So right. So, but when they're standing up there, you're giving people hope to say, you know what? I'm not alone, because people sit in their quiet tent of suffering and they kind of peek their heads out while they're listening. Figuratively speaking. And the more someone like yourself, who's a leader, gets up there and share, they start coming out the tent.
Exactly.
And say, wow, this is interesting. Okay, I'm not by myself.
I'm not by myself.
You see what I'm saying? And you are the best witness of what you're conveying by telling your success and sharing your story, which they would be like, they can relate to, because you know, if that's your story, it's probably at least 20 people in the room that been through the same thing, because there's nothing new under the sun, and what no temptation is taking nobody else but such as common to man. But you set people free by being open, honest, and transparent, because we live in a world of blindedness where nobody does nothing wrong, and nothing's wrong with the person. Everything is wrong with the other person. Or the message not for me. You know how you sit in church and the pastor say something that apply to everybody, and everybody be sitting there like, like he's talking to the person sitting next to you. I know he's talking about sister so and so. No, he's talking about all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, passing that buck real quick.
Everybody looking to the left or to the right, you know.
Okay. With the big old log in their eye.
That's so true.
Pointing that finger real quick. He talking about you.
Finger real right quick.
Yes. Wow.
But you know what I mean? But you're right, because you know, when you go through this stuff, you have to want it.
Right.
I mean, and then when you say you want something, it's not like you're going to do it right away.
Right.
But the thing is, the power of the universe, the power of your tongue, the power of your thought is once you put it out there, you better be ready when they come for you.
That's right. Absolutely.
Because I remember always struggling with what's wrong with my life. Why don't I feel my insides don't match my outside?
Right.
How come this don't make any sense?
Right.
And I remember I did a timeline of my life. And I was like, it's kind of jacked up. But where I'm sitting is amazing.
Right.
But I don't feel like I've arrived.
Gotcha.
You know, got to change the voice. I don't feel like I've arrived.
And put the pinky out. You got to hold the teacup with the pinky out too.
Put the pinky out. Don't forget.
Put the pinky out. Yeah.
That's right.
Don't forget the pinky. Wow.
Yeah, man.
So, but I'm like, and I remember doing that, and then I'm like, okay, and then I put it down somewhere, and then it was like, okay, all right. You know, I was in my feelings. Okay, come on, that's whatever. And then go about, put that mask back on. I must have took it off for a little bit because I couldn't breathe, and then I slapped it right back on and went right back to business.
Right.
And then, you know, somehow it resurfaced.
Yeah.
And I thought about it again. And then this time I thought a little more. I said, well, maybe I need to dig into kind of maybe what happened to me as a kid.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I guess I need to go to counseling.
Wow.
Because, see, like, I was sending my kids to counseling. Because I don't want them to be messed up.
Right.
No. We're going to fix this. I'm that mom. No. We're signing you up. You going to counseling. We going every week. We going every week for them.
Right.
I wasn't going for me.
I like it. I like that. I like that. That's
it goes back to when you're on that airplane, I'm putting the that mask on them for years while I was suffocating.
Right. Got you.
I was already, gone.
I got you. That's just so powerful. It's so powerful because, and we want to clear up a misnomer. Of course in psychology they say you shouldn't use the word crazy. Yeah. But this is the Kevin and Nikee show, so we can use it. You know what I mean?
We can use it.
And
that's right.
So
it's crazy love. It's that crazy love.
It's crazy love.
That's what it is.
But for lack of a better phrase or way of saying it, crazy people don't go to counseling.
No, they don't.
People think that they always use this example. If you go to counseling, you say, "Hey, doc, am I crazy?" Doc is going to say, "No, because you're here."
Yeah.
Crazy people, for lack of a better phrase or way of saying it, they don't go to counseling because they don't think nothing's wrong with them. They think everybody else is crazy.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or mentally ill is the professional term to use it, and it takes the aware person to say, I need counseling, and it's okay. It's okay. You know, just like they have professional mechanics and electricians, they have professional people that you can sit down and talk to, and all they doing is just giving your mind an oil change. They just tweaking your perspective so you can look at it a different way, a positive way, so it can change the way you feel and change the way you ultimately behave and behave towards yourself.
Right.
Because depression is anger turned on self.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Pretty much.
Somewhere along the line, we blamed ourselves for something that we should not have.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that have gone through, you know, like childhood, sexual childhood abuse, domestic violence, and any other trauma that they didn't ask for, pray for, didn't wake up and want, blame self. And we all have done it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Well, you better talk about it. So you better talk about it. You better talk about it.
You're going to be snapping.
But you know what? You say, hey, snap. But you know what? Like when you said, you know, you crazy if you go to counseling. Right. You know what my response is? You're crazy if you don't.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because here's my thing. I tell people, because I'm a proponent, I will tell people, you know, it got to the point where I had to tell my counselor, I'm paying you to be my best friend. You know that, right?
Right. We gonna talk about some stuff. You know what I mean?
I said we gonna talk about some stuff. But I mean, but it's like this. Here's the thing. When you got a little heart palpitation, where you going?
You go to a cardiologist.
Right. You got that bunion on your big toe. Can't fit your shoes no more. Where you going? To the podiatrist.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah.
You having some issues, you know, hair plug or whatever for men, whatever, you going to hair club for men. I'm just saying, you know.
Right. I got you.
Or you going to, you know, you got alopecia, you have, you know, anything that you may have health-wise.
Right.
To your physical body.
You go.
You will find the doctor to prescribe to assess it, to prescribe, and to treat you until you're well.
Right.
That's right.
But we don't understand that the same thing applies to your mind. To your To your well-being.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what their roles are for.
Right.
So I don't find anything wrong with that.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I mean, if I can send my children, then I can send myself.
Exactly. Right. That's what it is.
And you know what, Miss Carolyn? I mean, I'm an advocate of, you know, like with a car, you know, you get regular oil changes every so many miles, 300 miles, or tune-ups every so many miles. I'm an advocate of not waiting for something to break down.
Yeah.
We ought to have regular routine.
Checkups.
Hey, doc, I just want to check in. Just want to talk. Because life is hitting us with stuff that's causing us pain every day.
Right.
You know, whether it's somebody, like you hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you. That's a rejection. Or you're driving down the highway and somebody cuts you off. That's a rejection. It speaks against our worth and value. And so I'm an advocate of, you know, just sitting down and talking to someone just to get that oil change, just to, you know, just to get that, just to touch bases with, like, you don't have to wait till you in dire straits, you in a crisis and things like that to, you know, go get that checkup from that professional person, or, you know, maybe somebody who maybe on a lesser level that can give you positive counsel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily have to always be a professional. It can be like just somebody like yourself who we can talk to and say, hey, Miss Carolyn, how you doing? Hey, I just want to share stuff and you can give us that positive tweet. But it's, you know, they tell us in psychology, as far as mental illness goes, like it's like up in the 90% of mental illness goes undiagnosed. And that's scary. That's scary that, you know, people won't go seek help because they can't go seek help because they don't think that anything's wrong.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
So
Wow.
And with that, and it's so ironic you just brought that over the past 2 days. This has been the theme in the conversation where I was talking to people where they reached out to me because of different things that were going on in their life based on someone else close to them, and they're trying to figure them out. and the initial response is, what's wrong with them? They got attitudes. And I said, well, wait. I said, so first of all, you gotta figure out the root cause of the issue, problem, the situation, right? Yeah. I said, you gotta assess the person. I said, sometimes, you have to meet the person where they're at and understand that some things are trauma based,
right?
Some things are chemical based, and for imbalance,
right?
And I always go to that because even though I don't have that degree, but I study that.
But you're right on point.
Yes, you are.
That's in my psychology books.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
But I study that because when you start to understand, when someone says, I think they crazy, they bipolar. I was like, well, do you really know what bipolar is?
Right.
Do you know someone when they have a manic episode or when they have where they're in a depressive episode?
Right.
Do you know the behavior that comes with that?
Right.
So when you have a person that when they're in a manic mode, they're either really high and they're like high pipe life at a party and they never shut down,
right,
or they go to cray mode and now they just stalk you, ask you questions constantly, and you can't penetrate and get through.
Right.
It's like, you got to take a step back and say, okay, what's causing this?
I'm glad you said that because, it wanted to bring me to my next question because everything you said is all true and all factual. And so I guess my question would be, because I know it's probably somebody out there might be thinking the same thing. And I've gotten to a conversation, on set with some actors and actresses, and we kind of got on this conversation. When is, mental illness an excuse? And I'm going to say that from this perspective. If I'm on my job and I have a bipolar, supervisor, for example, and yes, there are some things that come with that, the euphoria, the depression, and back and forth and things like that. But there's also some antisocial behavior like lying and sociopathic behavior that comes with that to the point that can get me fired. So where is the balance between, accountability and understanding and or love and trying to preserve my job at the same time? Right, because if you get fired, you're not going to be too understand. Oh, she just had bipolar and I understand, but now I can't pay my bills.
Right. No, that definitely, it's kind of like, it's like being in an abusive relationship. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It's any type you have a relationship with a person and they're able to manipulate based on their inability to control their feelings, their temper, their output, or how they interact with you. And if it's truly an issue of this is just them, and you can do all you want to try to change it around and make things better and kumbaya or whatever. It's just not going to work. So you have to you can't really worry about them any longer. Okay. It's about preserving your own well-being, your own health. Yeah. So that's how you deal with another person who's not ready to deal with their own self. Right. I love it. You can't make them. Right. But the only way for you to deal with someone else is for you to know you. Right, right. So if you don't know you, then that's when you're going to have this conflict. Because now you got two ticking bombs. Right. Because this person is going off. It triggers you. Now you go off. And now everybody's all crazy. Right. And nobody don't got their job. Right.
Wow. Right. This is a topic that we can talk about.
I love it because I'm sure there's somebody out there who might be saying, okay, well, man, thank you so much for that information. Part of preserving self in a situation like that would be making sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, send emails when abnormal, situations happen, as they say, cover your behind, because you understand, that this person has some out of balance, sometimes behavior and things like that. And no matter how you approach it, you'll never win. Right. Right.
Wow.
And then that's when you feel like they're evil. They're not. They're just being them.
Right. I got you.
Right.
They're being their representative that they're pulling forth. And you're the one that's struggling. You're the one that's getting the angst. You're the one getting the anxiety. You're the one getting depressed. You're the one, you know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to preserve self.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying, self-diagnose the whole world. Hey, they got this, they got that. No.
Right.
It's just understanding that different people come with different personalities.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now here comes my my professional training. People, you could do a Myers-Briggs analysis, right? And understand the type of person that you are. We all have a different type. Like we all have a zodiac sign. Oh, well, Capricorn is this, which they all are because I am one. But,
wow.
I'm just saying, hardworking, all that stuff. But anyway, so, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you treat it like that, we have to know yourself, like what makes you tick.
Right.
What makes you tick? Like what kind of gets under your skin? What kind of person are you able to communicate with? What kind of person can you work best with based on how you work? What's your optimal? Are you a day person, a night person? Like, do you like to do things real quick? Do you like long projects? Like, that's just kind of like a work ethic stuff, right?
Right.
And that way you know who you can work with and what kind of team. So now this is a team building thing. So now how about dig this, check this, apply that to yourself. What type of person, will get under your skin if they say something or act a certain way? How are you going to respond? Keyword, respond.
Right.
Not react. Because to respond means you're taking ownership.
Right.
Of the situation, because you're taking ownership of yourself. You're checking yourself. You're not checking that person and their behavior. You're checking yourself.
That's awesome.
Wow.
To the best of your ability.
Wow.
That's powerful. But you know what?
There are times somebody gonna take you there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is amazing to me how, and I'm not making light of mental illness or people who, may struggle with mental illness, but when they're faced with consequences, they get a miraculous healing some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've noticed. You know what I'm saying? When they facing jail time or about to lose their job or all that stuff go out the window. And they are sound minded and can understand. And so self-control.
Yeah.
So that's just one thing.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
They're sound mind, self-control, but as soon as they get ready to go to jail, now all of a sudden they got mental illness problems.
Yeah, then they go back.
And they go back. So
I got you.
This is just funny.
So they in and out.
Yeah, they're like in and out with it.
Yeah, they're in and out. That's that sociopathic behavior. But anyway.
Yes, this is a topic that we can talk about.
That's true.
Yes. Yeah, this is a topic that we can completely talk about for a long time because there's so many people out there that are just going through so many things, and some of them be using it as an excuse to do some things too, like Kev is saying. But I want to switch gears for a minute. I want to talk about your film. I want to talk about this film that you got, award-winning film. Yes, The Good Life. Yes, let's talk about The Good Life. You get the bell. Yes,
The Good Life. Oh, we gotta play that song.
Listen, we gotta play that song. The Good Life was accepted into the film festival, I believe, in France.
In
Italy.
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Florence, Italy.
Yeah.
Florence, Italy. Listen, tell us about that.
I was like, what?
You didn't say what?
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, tell us a little bit about the film. Yeah. And then after that, tell us what was your reaction. Well, we kind of got some of the reaction now. When you got the news that it was award-winning and accepted into the film.
Yes.
O-M to the G. Okay. So the film, it's actually kind of like a continuation of me.
Nice.
My book, Magnified Thought, my story. It is a documentary. And it is about me as the subject. And it's funny because I didn't want it to be about me, because I really don't want any of this to be about me. But God is making it because he's using me as a vessel.
Right.
To show people that, you know, when you change your thought, you change your life with your magnified thought.
That's right.
Right? And when you make a choice to change the way you think, now you can make a change. And therefore, beyond any of the trauma that you may have endured, it doesn't have to be my trauma. It could be your own.
Right.
Because trauma is basically anything, and this is my definition. It's not a scholarly definition. It's my assessment and my definition. Carolyn Wilson, ET, whatever you want to call it, the N, and dictionary.com, that's me.
Okay.
Trauma is anything that shifts your atmosphere.
Nice.
I got you.
Outside of your norm. You could have just lost your job.
Right. That's trauma.
You just lost your boo.
That's trauma.
You just, right?
Yeah.
Right? You were in a domestic violence relationship.
Yeah.
You were abused.
Yeah.
You fill in the blank. You just found out you got diagnosed with the terminal disease. You
trauma.
just found out that you got to now get, you know, a wisdom tooth pulled. If someone, I mean, anything. You were in a car accident.
That's trauma.
Or almost in a car accident. You know, so you fill in the blank for what your trauma is. But I can say that we all ask the same 4 questions. Can you guess what they are?
I believe why is probably one of the questions. How,
when,
and what? How, and why, what, and
when.
And when?
Yeah. So so to start, those are the first words. So
we got
why me?
Okay. We did a little study too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How did this happen? Where do I go from here? And what am I going to do? We all ask those same questions.
Yeah.
So
that is so true.
And when you get to that state, that allows the door for depression to set in. That opens the door for self-doubt to set in. That allows the door for so many different negative and, you know, environment and spirit and just energy to just consume you, where you no longer have hope.
Right.
You become hopeless. You become spiritless.
Yeah.
You become non-existing.
And you know,
in an existing world.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And in addition to that, there's that tendency, like, you know, as we talked about earlier, to blame self, because like, you know how somebody will treat you wrong or treat you bad. You know, you didn't do anything to them, but the first thing we'll say is, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
You know, and we got to change that.
Yeah.
It could be their problem.
Yeah.
It don't necessarily have to be that we did something wrong.
Yeah.
And then the next question is, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah. Yeah.
We tend to put it on self, like, Dad, they didn't speak to me today. What did I do wrong? Well, maybe they didn't see us.
That's literally
or
the first
maybe
thing.
they having a bad day.
Yeah.
And you know, like you said, we got to change this. We got to change our thinking. You know what I mean?
That's literally the first thing that we start thinking. You are correct about
you know,
that.
and it's like it took me years and years to get to that point where I'm saying, when I began to say, you know what, from here moving forward, I'm not blaming me. I'm not blaming me no more.
That's right.
When something happens or when I get treated wrong and know I'm not deserving of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so when you do that assessment over your life and saying, well, dang, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not, you know, trying to, deceive anybody or take advantage of anyone. I try to have a good heart, be thoughtful and selfless, but yet you get treated wrong. And then the first temptation is, what did I do wrong? And it's like, I'm not blaming myself for negative treatment towards me, you know, moving forward.
Yeah.
You know
I had to flip that. The way I flipped it was, it's not my problem, it's a your problem.
It's your problem. Yeah.
It's a your problem because I didn't do anything to you. So you go over there and work that out. And when you're ready, I'm right here.
Right.
That's
we can
how
talk
I
about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Like, what's
but
wrong
until
with
then, we
you?
can't move forward.
Exactly. What's wrong with you? Not what's wrong with me because I didn't do anything to you.
Right.
And that's how
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. And that's how I
can take it one step further. You may agree, you may not. So it is true that the focus needs to be on the other person and not ourselves, because we do have the tendency to say, what did I do?
Right.
But there's always two sides to a coin.
Yes, it is.
So although we always ignore their side and only focus on our side, and then we exasperate our side.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going, okay, so no, it's truly them. See, now you're just as wrong, because now you don't acknowledge there is still a part that you played.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to acknowledge and give life to, no, you know what? I didn't really do that part to you. But let me really think about what part did I play to allow you to think that can happen, or what can I learn from this? Like, there's always a learn. Like, we always have to have some form of accountability, even if it's a portion of it. Because if not, it's just as bad to flip it.
Right.
Because then we can get into a habit of, it's never my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want to get to that point either. Because not saying we're supposed to down ourselves and say it's always our fault, but there's always something that can be learned from every situation.
Right.
That's how we
or
grow.
Bad. Right. Good or bad.
Right. Good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Rather,
good or bad.
Yeah. Good or bad. And whether it's our fault or the other person's fault, there's always something we can learn from, grow from, and get out of.
Like,
because
and like you said, most of the time it is their fault. And then the other part of the time it's our fault.
Right.
So, now I see why that happened, because he didn't truly understand me. So now I see why that happened.
Right.
Yeah, and I would definitely add to that too, like, during those times when it's legitimately not our fault, that's a dangerous plateau as well. You kind of touched on a lot of it, but also just to add to that, because there's this tendency to become self-righteous.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the part you want to try to avoid.
Right.
That self-righteousness.
Right.
Then you, once again, now you're losing self.
And you're blaming others.
Mm-hmm.
And you're blaming others.
Right.
So now it's the other way around. So instead of not having any worth, right?
Right.
Now you're giving yourself too much clout that you don't really have.
Wow.
So now you go from, instead of going from confidence, you go to cockiness.
Got you.
Wow.
There's a difference.
Got you.
Cockiness will never win.
Right.
That's right.
So I guess the goal is to maintain that middle balance.
Yes.
Got you.
Just to maintain a middle balance. Because
Nice.
there's a responsibility on either side.
Nice.
Got you.
Wow.
That's powerful. Well, man, listen, I mean, we're going to have to make this a part two.
We're going to have to.
We would have so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
But
that leads to the good life. Let's put it that way.
Okay, well, that's it. That sums it up.
Nice.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome.
Leads to the good life.
Yes.
I got you.
You can have all of those things, and yet there's still a good life.
Nice.
Got you.
Nice.
Well, we can end on that right there.
We can end on that.
Miss Carolyn, you have been a phenomenal guest. You're a phenomenal woman.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
We really didn't get a chance to talk about the Sister's Choice Award. I mean, that was phenomenal. That was great. Like I said, we're going to have to make this a part two.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. You and your team did a phenomenal job. And of course, Nikee won the award.
Yeah.
And I was, yeah. So, and I'm going to tell you, but, it was a great event. And, me being there as a man, I mean, I felt like I got something out of it. I felt welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though it was a woman's conference, for the men that was there, we got a lot out of it too, from hearing the stories and, the stories of overcoming and blah, 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 blah. It was just a phenomenal event. And I'm looking forward to it this summer or whatever.
This summer, yeah.
So we got a lot. We gotta have to make this a part two. So maybe when that comes back up, we gotta bring you back on to talk about that and other stuff.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
But
awesome.
Before you go, I mean, there might be some people that might want to follow you. It might be some people that might want to talk to you. Especially with all you share. You know what I mean? They might want to reach out to you. Might be some women that might want to contact you and say, hey, this is a powerful woman I want to connect with. I'm tired of living the life I want to live that I've been living. Put your social media out there. Maybe how people, we don't encourage phone numbers, but maybe they can follow you on Facebook.
Yeah, they can follow Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter. They can get in contact. Websites, anything like that. Yeah. Put it on out there.
So all things magnify your essence.
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then also Be Magnified.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So nice. Those are the things. Those are the platforms they can find me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, and then my blog is magnifyyouressence.wordpress.com.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's 2 events that are coming up.
Okay.
One on January 25th. It's my Power Hour.
Okay.
Which pretty much started how the conference. So you need to come to the Power Hour because then you'll get to see, because you've been to the conference.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to see how it began.
Okay. So
that way you can get the full circle.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And I mean, basically all of this that I do is based out of my healing.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And I mean, everything that I do, everything has all been birthed out of this process of healing. Allowing this stuff to hurt.
Right.
And getting to the other side of healing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
on January 25th, at the Logan Library.
Okay.
That's a Saturday from 3 to 4. That's my Power Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about pretty much the same things we did at the conference: health and wellness, starting a business, going back to school, volunteering, and changing careers.
Gotcha.
So I have 5 awesome speakers who are going to kind of key in on those things and give us something, because it's about. Last year, 2019 was about transformation.
Mm-hmm.
2020 is about solid foundations and taking it to another level.
Nice.
Not the next level. It's time to take it to another level that's even higher than that.
Right.
Nice.
So but you got to get things in order. And then the other thing is for the Good Life on February 8th.
Okay.
So all of those things are on my website and also on Eventbrite.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Now, if people want to get the book, I know it's on Amazon.
Yes, it's on Amazon, and it's also on BarnesandNobles.com.
Okay.
They can also go to my website to get it.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, as we always say,
I'm Googleable.
Google a bowl.
That's right. I know that's right.
Googleable.
That's it. Google a bowl. That's right.
Googleable. And then have them check out Dr. Oz on every Monday in January. I'm going to be on there too.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Dr. Oz. Well, as we always say.
The wellness part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, as we always say, once you come on to the Kevin and Nikee show,
your family.
Well, you was already family, but we just affirming it. That's all.
Yes.
Well, continued success and blessings to you.
Yes, Lord.
And thank you for what you do and all the people that you help. You're being mightily used in the lives of not just women, but men and women alike. And let us know how we can support you.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, you're supporting me right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Yep. Awesome.
You're quite welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Man, wasn't she awesome? Powerful. Just awesome. Completely powerful.
Yeah, she's powerful, man.
That
was therapeutic.
It was therapeutic because she took what she went through and she completely turned it around and she's using it to help others.
Right. Making films, writing books, motivational speaking, and
her conferences, all of that. She completely turned, everything around and she didn't waddle in that.
Right.
And she's teaching others how not to do that. I like that.
And it sent the message that you don't have to be a victim. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to stay a victim. Yeah. That you can get up.
Yes, you can.
But the reality was that she was sharing was you can get up from your circumstances, face it, deal with it, because you can't conquer what you don't confront, but understand that you're going to have to go through dealing with the pain to get to the other side of healing. Yeah. And that's the journey that people decide not to take. And they would prefer to go a lifetime of presenting as opposed to getting the healing. Man.
And I like how she said, how she answered my question. She said, I showed them me.
That's it. That was it right there.
Yeah. I showed them me. Hey,
I'm the living evidence.
There you go. I went through it. And now I'm going to show you how to get through it.
Right.
You know?
And look at all the great things I'm doing right now that statistically, based on what I went through, said I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It was powerful.
Yeah, that was a very powerful interview.
Yeah, that was powerful.
So glad we had the opportunity to talk with her, Miss Carolyn Wilson, about her film, The Good Life, and everything she's doing. Very powerful. Yeah. Very powerful. Man. Very powerful.
And it's like, we still got stuff that we would like to talk about, but I'm telling you, we could have went on all day.
We could have.
We could have went on all day.
We could have.
Yeah, we definitely got to make it a part 2. And she's a phenomenal woman. And, you know, that's making the choice to be victorious and not victim. That's what they say in football, getting tackled in life and falling forward. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what it's about, man. That was her pain that is profiting other people. And even the good, the bad, and the ugly that we go through, that's actually how part of the healing process is not only confronting it, conquering it, facing it, dealing with it, but going to help somebody else with the same thing.
And that's what it is. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. You seeing how can you get through it and then watch somebody else struggle through it. Right. You know what I mean? Go help that person out. Right. And that's exactly what she's doing. Hey, I see you. I got a solution. Come on. Let's talk about it.
And then it becomes this boomerang effect because every time you go help somebody, you get closer, you get further healed because you're constantly using your pain to help someone else. And, you know, it was just like I said, when I went to the Sister's Choice Awards, when we were there, when you got your award, I'm just sitting up there like, wow, this lady is sharing her testimony like she's talking about the weather. Yeah. And I understood that you don't get to that point unless you have faced some stuff. Right. Like that was years and years of dealing with self to the point where she can get up there and talk about that. And it speaks to the level of freedom, but she's a living testimony that you can get there. You can get there. You're going to have to put on your hard hat, pull out your chisel and hammer and work on you. And part of that working on you is going to be dealing with, like she said, the trauma. You know, it was great. Yeah, man.
Very good interview. Yeah. Very good.
And check her out on Dr. Oz, man. Yes. You know it's going to be, it's going to be good because he deals with health and wellness along with other topics. But, we have to pay attention too. Just like, if you have a sore foot, like I like how she used that analogy to our health and wellness as well.
Yeah, we gotta work together to find solutions. To mental illness and all that other kind of stuff. We got to work together.
And what's so interesting? This is how I know that you and I are saying what we're supposed to be saying and what's bothering Nikee, Kevin's Corner, because she's pretty much talking about what I got written on my notes.
Yes, she did.
I mean, we're sitting here looking at each other like,
she did.
You know what I'm saying? We looking at each other like, did she look at my notes? You know what I mean? She's talking about that awareness. She's talking about that. Remember the private stuff, the public stuff, what I'm going to talk about in Kevin's Corner. Yeah. Man, that was
She hit it. She did. She hit it right on the head. She
all right.
Hit that nail right on the head.
Yeah, she sure did.
She did.
All right. So we going to take a break?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for news and sports.
Scholars Professional Editing Firm consists of a specialized group of academic doctors, editors, and statisticians that keep doctoral candidates moving through the academic doctoral process, providing one-to-one group mentorship and all-inclusive editorial services that produce writing advancement that result in exponential movement. The scholars conduct line-by-line editing, proof, and copy editing, university-specific format, compliance, and substantive done-for-you services on the following documents: doctoral thesis, dissertations, capstone projects, research studies, research proposals, research papers, and oral defense preparations and presentations. The Scholar Professional Editing Group keep you moving. For more information on editorial services or doctoral accelerated mentorship program, visit www.thescholarsedediting.com. That's www.thescholarseding.com or contact Dr. Haynes at 281-315-6053.
All right. So you know what time it is. It's time for news and sports.
All right. So in sports,
it's not good.
No, it's good. It was exciting.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we know that Wild Card Weekend was just this past Saturday.
Yes.
And and it continued on till Sunday. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of exciting games, but I'm gonna tell you, this particular game stood out. The Texans beat the Bills 22-19 as Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt led a comeback and a playoff victory. So the Houston Texans seem headed towards another unceremonious playoff exit. Then J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins intervened. So they led a furious comeback as the Texans beat the Buffalo Bills 22-19 in an overtime thriller this past Saturday in Houston in a first round AFC postseason matchup. Kicker Kaimi Fairby, listen, some of these names. The kicker's last name was Fairburn. He won it for the Texans with a 28-yard field goal with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in overtime. Uh-huh. So all about Deshaun Watson's game-winning is freakazoid play is what they referred to it. But J.J. Watt, he said, "You're never out of a game," Watt told ESPN afterward, when you have Deshaun Watson at quarterback. So the 4th-seeded Texans advanced to an AFC semifinal next weekend at Baltimore or Kansas City. So they won the game on their second possession of overtime, getting the first down on a 3rd and 18 play along the way. Watson also miraculously escaped a sack to throw a 34-yard completion to running back Tywan Jones to set up the winning kick. Now, I watched that play. He got hit from the front, bounced, got hit from the back, bounced and spun and stayed on his feet. I mean, you thought he was down. He stayed on his feet, spun out of it, and then threw the pass for the first down. Wow. So that's Deshaun, Hopkins said. I mean, that's what he does for a living. The Texans scored 19 straight points after trailing 16-0 in the third quarter. The Bills forced overtime with a 47-yard field goal by kicker Stefan Haska with 5 seconds left in regulation. Houston, making his 4th playoff appearance in 6 seasons under coach Bill O'Brien, avoided losing in the opening round for a second straight year. The Texans improved their postseason record under O'Brien to 2-3. Watson, the brilliant third-year quarterback, secured his first career NFL playoff victory. He said, "Look, I told the guys before the game, I said, let's be great today." Watson told ESPN, "So somebody had to be great. Why not me?" I'm going to end on that, man. I like that.
I like that.
Who did that sound like? One of our special guests we had, Travis Wolf Sr.
Oh yeah,
go be great.
Go be great.
But I like what he added. Go be great. Why not me?
That's right. I like that. He get the bell. The bell on that.
That's it,
man. But I'm gonna tell you right now that I like that. I'm gonna have to use that.
I like that. Why not me?
Yeah.
Why not you?
And that's a good question. Why not? If somebody gonna do it, why not me?
Yeah, go be great. When I was playing basketball, there was one guy who I knew if you get the ball in his hands, he could make the shot, and that was me.
That's right.
That was it. When the game was on the line, miss it or make it.
You better go ahead.
I wanted the shot.
You better go ahead. I'm gonna give it to you. That's right. Yeah, if anybody's gonna make the shot, why not it be me? Yeah. Go ahead. You better go ahead. Yeah. I love that.
I remember my college coach, the great Jeff Myers, said, "The great ones find a way."
That's right. I like it.
The great ones find a way.
They find a way.
And when you know that you're great, you find a way. Or you expect yourself to find a way. So I expect us to keep finding a way.
That's right. The great ones find a way. I like that. I like that. Well, in news, the NFL has a new Super Bowl commercial. Okay. I don't know if you've seen it, but for Philadelphia, if you have seen it, you ain't gonna be too happy. Why? Because they accidentally left out the Philadelphia Eagles and the Giants out of the commercial. They left the Giants out by accident. The commercial pretty much is highlighting all of those teams that have won the Super Bowl from way back when up to current. Okay. And they accidentally left Philadelphia out, and they accidentally left out the Giants.
Well, we don't care about them leaving out the Giants.
No, we don't care, right?
But you can't leave out the Eagles. We won with them. Well, I'm not gonna say we, because I'm not. I'm not a die.
We won.
Wait, I'm not. I watch. I'm not a diehard Eagles fan. I'm not a diehard. I just like to watch NFL football. Like I don't have a favorite team.
Yeah.
The Eagles is one of my many teams I like to watch.
Yeah.
But I will say that the Eagles won the Super Bowl within the last 3 years.
Yes.
So you can't leave them out.
You cannot
They're kind of current. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you, NFL?
Yeah.
Dare you leave out our beloved Philadelphia Eagles? Now, there's no information as of yet of when they're going to fix the commercial and put the Eagles and the Giants, but I assume they are working on it.
Wait, let me ask this. What is the big uproar about the Giants? When did they win?
Didn't they win the Super Bowl at one time?
They won in one time, but it hasn't been for them.
The shade is real cheering.
Yeah. They haven't won. I mean, if they want to show the Eagles beating the Giants in the clip, but they haven't. I mean, they haven't won a Super Bowl in a minute. Yeah, they really haven't been that great.
Well, they were trying. I see what they were trying to do.
Okay.
They were trying to highlight all of those teams, starting from way back when, all the way up to the Super Bowl that's getting ready to come in a few weeks.
Gotcha.
That's what they were doing, but they left out the Eagles by accident, and they left out the Giants.
So was this like an uproar that people
took notice, especially Philadelphia. You know, they don't, Philadelphia, listen, Philadelphia are some fickle fans, okay?
Yeah.
When you're winning, they love you, but when you're not, they will rip you apart.
Yeah,
and right now, the Eagles have been winning, especially with that practice team, Jesus.
Yeah.
The practice team is showing off.
They sure are.
They are showing off.
Yeah, they hungry. And that's the thing about it, man. When you are standing at the doorstep of your dream goals and aspirations and you're waiting for your opportunity and you get it. Nobody wants to see anyone go down and get injured or get hurt, but we know that it happens in sports and in life, and you get your opportunity, you're going to play above your grade because this is your time, your moment, your one shiny moment that you've been waiting for. And I heard that a lot of guys that were on the quote unquote, for lack of a better phrase, are saying that the practice squad, their Twitter followers went up tremendously after that win last Sunday. And everybody knows their household names now.
You better believe it.
Their household names.
You better believe it. So because of the game, we won against, who did we play? We played,
beat,
the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
And so.
Wait, you know what? They beat the Cowboys and, they played the Eagles. They didn't play the Cowboys. But their win knocked out the Cowboys no matter what they did. So the Eagles actually beat two teams in one day.
See, there you go. Right? And so much forward when they showed the commercial and the Eagles were not in there, Philadelphia, hold up, got a little uproar about it.
I got you.
So NFL, come on, get with that and put our beloved Eagles back in there, back in that commercial.
So, so now, are they going to air this? So they're airing the commercial now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they took it down, though, because I haven't seen it yet. So I guess they're working on it.
They got to fix it.
I guess they're working on it. And keeping with football, I don't understand for the life of me why, we have to do this. But I guess, to get the interviews, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel, and this is just me, y'all can say what you want, but I feel as though they need to ban the locker room interviews. Have the interview outside the locker room. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Carson Wentz, I can't remember the lady's name, who was in the locker room interviewing, one of the Eagles. And, you see Carson, he walks by, he got a towel on, he goes to the shower and he walks by and Carson is bucket naked. He don't have no towel on and stuff is just hanging. Come on, man. That's been an ongoing issue. I know, but
it's been an ongoing issue. And, about women during interviews.
In the locker room.
But let me clarify this because I know how people are going to take this. Please do not take this as Kevin and Nikee are saying that women should not be doing interviews in the locker room.
We're not saying
that. What we're talking about is, men walking around naked.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And,
yes.
There's some risk involved.
And it is.
There's some risk involved, being interviewed by a woman and you're naked and things like that. So there's some risk involved on behalf of the athletes as well.
Exactly. And all I'm saying is that after the players, it don't matter.
Let them get dressed first.
Yeah, let them go to the shower, get dressed, and when they're fully clothed,
right,
then you get the interview.
Right.
But, you know, thank God she had a back turn, so she didn't see it, but the camera caught it.
Right.
The camera caught Carson walked by bucky naked. Right. And all I'm saying is that after they're playing, first of all, they're tired, they're funky. You know, they're sweaty. Let them go wash. Mm-hmm. Let them go wash and put their clothes on. And then, you know, when everyone is fully clothed, then let's get the interview at that time.
And we're saying this. That go for men and women.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a man wanting to interview a man or a woman wanting to interview a man, I think they should let them get dressed. I do too. I understand that we want to get the interview. You want to get the story. But here's the thing. You can still get the story when they're nice clothed and clean. Right. You know what I mean? Cause these guys, they're all sweaty and different things. And the last thing I don't know how they feel about it, but I'm going to say the last thing that they want to do is have you up in their face with a microphone and a camera while they're trying to get all this sweat and stuff off of them. You know, they want to wash up. Or they don't have any clothes on. You're trying to get dressed.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's been an ongoing issue. It appears at this day and time, they just allow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel as though, you know, we should put an end to that. Let them get dressed first.
Yeah, I think let them get dressed. That's always better. That's always a better solution than allowing somebody to stand there naked. Because what if they do something that they're, say, normally accustomed to doing, scratching or whatever, and it gets perceived in the wrong way, and, you know, it can turn into a big mess. But I haven't heard any stories now, unless they keep them closed.
Right, keep them closed.
Yeah, of any kind of negative stories stemming from, you know, potential sexual harassments, cases or anything like that. But it's risky. Yeah, it's very risky. You know, and I don't know about how Mrs. Wentz, you know, feel about her husband walking by with bucket naked. So let's. Well, I think that she would understand that in the context of a locker room. Yeah, but I think that she might have some issue if a woman's interviewing him and you standing there with your clothes on. Yeah. You know, but depending on where she is. You know, she might not, she might look at the millions of dollars and don't care. You know. Well, you know what I mean? I care for you, sugar. Let's try and curve that behavior. All right. I don't know, I'm just saying. Listen, let's try and curve it. That's all I'm saying. Let's let them get dressed. Yeah. You know, that would be the best thing. I think so. That's a good solution. Let them get dressed. Let them get dressed. And then go get the story. Yeah. And my last story that I have, I don't know if you guys have been to the theater lately. I hope you have. I hope you've been to the theater to see 21 Bridges, Black and Blue, and Queen and Slim. I hope you checked all of them out. But if you are a theater major, you know, like myself, and you like Cats and different things like that, you may have heard a little bit of sad news in regards to Cats. Cats will not be included in the Oscars. Cats came out 2 weeks ago and it did not do well at all. The film had a star-studded cast from Idris Elba, you know, everybody's in this thing, and it did not do well. It cost $100 million to make. When the movie came out, first 2 weeks, it only brought in 18 million, 38 million worldwide, and it just completely bombed to the point where the creators of the film Cats, they pulled it from the theater to try and fix it up, clean it up, and put it back out. But Universal Studios said, not happening. Cats will not be on the ballot for the Oscars. You know, that's interesting. So there's a lot of things you can take from that. You know, here it is, a star-studded cast, and that wasn't enough to drive this movie to success. No. Which goes to show you that a star-studded cast is not enough. Nope. But, so the flip side of that is that maybe perhaps to have a good movie, you don't have to have a whole bunch of name actors and actresses. The other thing I would say, of course, we know with movies, with all the critics out there, it is very, very difficult to make a first impression a second time. Yes, it is. And from, you know, one of the things I learned, you know, since being in the, you know, the industry, the filmmaking industry, you know, and from talking to friends of mine who are decorated and or critically acclaimed directors, if you will, they mention this was Rel Dowdell, who we had on the show, and he mentioned that sometimes after you complete a film, you might want to have a critics screening, where you invite people before you do the final edit, the final product. Have critics come in and screen the movie and give you feedback.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the things I learned, and maybe Cats should have done that. Therefore, it may not have been a need to pull it and try to put it back, because it's kind of like, what was going to be the few things that they were going to add that would make people say, oh man, this is one of the best movies of all time. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to make a first impression a second time, man. Yeah. With people and especially with film.
Yeah. And it's sad because Cats, everyone loves Cats. Cats been around for a long time.
It's a classic theater. Play. Yeah. That's, it comes, of course it comes to Philly all the time, every year. And it's always a huge success, the stage plays. But, I'm just really, really surprised. I don't know all the details of what went wrong. I just would like to get more information as to why it didn't translate from the stage to theater. We know there's a lot of differences and stuff like that, but, I'm just shocked that with a cast of that caliber, talking A-list, a lot of A-listers in there, and that it didn't do well. So
but this is the first, not the first, maybe the second time that they tried to turn Cats into a film, and actually the first time it did well. So I don't know, maybe them trying to remake it didn't go well, but they had a star-studded cast. Like I said, Idris Elba was in it, and was Jennifer Hudson was in it. And there was another actress, I can't remember her name, but she's making her debut to film, in when they say introducing. And it did not do well. And here's my thing about it. I did not know that you can do this. I did not know that you can pull a film, clean it up, and put it back out there.
Well, when you got production money, you can do that.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
And you well connected, and you got distribution.
Okay.
All that stuff helps. But let me ask this. I wonder, with Cats being such a successful stage play for years and years and years, did the movie deviate from the play? Because you know how, like, when people find something so beloved and you try to change it or deviate from it, sometimes that can lead to a lack of success. Like we take the Lion King cartoon, tradition, historical, beloved. Then they came up with the movie, and some of the songs were slightly different. And a lot of people frowned upon that. I think it still did well at the box office.
It did very well.
Disney movies going to always do well, because you're going to get the kids. But there was a lot of conversation generated about, they should have let so-and-so sing the song. They should have let so-and-so be the voice of this. Because some people get so stuck on the beloved traditional release of something, you know what I mean?
And you ain't never lied, because I'm telling you right now, Jeremy Irons, that song, Be Prepared, can nobody do that song like Jeremy. I'm sorry. So I'm going to be honest. When I watched Cats the movie, I was listening for the song, and it was not done.
You mean Lion King or the Cats?
I'm sorry, the Lion King.
Right.
When I saw the Lion King and I was listening to that song, Be Prepared, I was like, no, I'm sorry. I had to go and put on the cartoon just so I can hear it, because Jeremy Irons did very well with that song. And they said that he had surgery or something on a lymph nodes or something.
Yeah, it's larynx.
And he still did well. So no, can nobody do that song like Jeremy? I'm sorry, people of Lion King. I said it, yes, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I did not like it. I would have preferred that y'all go get Jeremy to sing it, and
Well, for me, I got you. I like the movie because I like it when the lions look like real lions.
Yeah. I like that part. I like that part.
All the animals look like real animals.
Yeah, I like that.
And they did a fantastic job of not making it look computer generated.
Yeah.
Even though it was CGI.
Like that.
So I did like that aspect of it. And, But like you said, certain songs gotta leave them alone.
Songs, yeah, gotta leave them alone.
Gotta
yes,
leave them alone.
You do. You gotta leave them alone.
Or you gotta bring that person back to do it again.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, certain songs, you know, because I would say it was very powerful. In the cartoon when Jeremy Irons did it.
No doubt.
Very powerful.
No
so,
doubt.
you know.
He's an Oscar winning actor.
Yes.
Voiceover.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yes.
Awesome,
you know,
awesome.
so yeah. So Cats will not be on the ballot, you know, at the Oscars, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, it was said that some of these celebrities who were in Cats were embarrassed.
Oh really?
Yeah, they were very embarrassed at the outcome. And what happened with the film? They were very embarrassed. That's what I heard they said.
Man.
You know.
And you know what? That was one of those movies that you would have least expected to have to turn out that it did.
Yep. Because I saw the commercial. The commercial looked nice.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial looked nice, but hey, okay. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I got in news.
Okay. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be my favorite part of the show. We're going to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Oh, this is bothering me, y'all. And it's probably bothering you, too. And I know it's going to be bothering you. Wait till you hear this.
It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We'll be right back. We're going to find out.
Makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you. It's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing. You keep holding on. Get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Oh, sing it, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Everybody say that with me. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. If you really believe it, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Oh, yeah. Come on, God's got a blessing. 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 With your name on it. With your name on it. God's got a blessing. 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 With your name on it. 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 How many of God's got a blessing with your name on it? Come on. Sing this with me. Come on, say it. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Everybody. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. You say God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on. Can I bother say God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on, Jack. God's got a blessing. 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 With your name on it. With your name on it. God's got a blessing. 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 How about that? With my name on it. 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 With my name on it.
so now it's time for my favorite part of the show. We're going to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Man, listen. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Y'all going to get right in 2020. I'm going to get you right. Last week we talked about the chain messages, whatever you want to call it. And I put it out there how y'all need to really stop that and get y'all lives. Here's another thing y'all need to get. Why when I send you a message on Messenger, right? Your little bubble pop down that you've seen it, but you don't respond.
Yeah.
What is up with that? I see that you see it, and I know you see me seeing you that you see it.
Right.
Why can't you say something? Why can't you say at least, all right, let me get back to you. Let me check on that. But why do you just ignore you look at the message, but you ignore the message like you never seen the message? I mean, what is up with that?
Yeah, I'm going to add to this. And also there's a way where you can click on the message without letting it pop down, and you can read the first couple sentences and decide if you want to click it on to let people see that you saw it.
Why you got to go through all that?
That to me, that don't make no sense.
I mean, what is up with that?
Yeah.
You know, why, if you don't
want to be bothered with somebody, just
say something.
Yeah, or just unfriend one another. You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
That keeps it real simple. Why are you going to be friends with somebody that you feel you can't answer their messages?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
That doesn't make sense at all. But your little bubble pops down, and I see that you've seen the message. So if the little bubble pops down and I see that you've seen it, then I know you read it.
Right.
Okay.
But like I said, you can click on a message and not really click it so that the bubble pops down, but that you can see at least the first couple sentences, and you can determine who it's from. You can see their bubble, and you can decide if you want to click it on so that your bubble pops down. So you got those that do what you're saying, where they click it on, their bubble pops down, they won't respond. Then you got those that click it on where their bubble don't pop down, but they can still read it to see if they want to respond, and they don't respond. And to me, I just think that, like you said, Nick,
it's rude.
It's not only is it rude, it defeats the purpose. Like, to me, it would be more honest to just unfriend the person.
Exactly.
Why, if you can't or don't want to or don't desire to read their messages, just unfriend them. That's it. That doesn't make no sense to stay friends with somebody, but I'm not going to answer your messages.
That's all you got to do.
That doesn't make sense to me.
That's all you got to do. Yeah. Because my thing is, you don't know what I have for you. You see what I'm saying?
Well, they read the first couple of sentences. But my whole thing is, you can't respond to my message on Messenger, but you constantly asking me about castings.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. So what if I ignore your message about castings?
Right.
I know something that I know you fit.
Right.
But you can't answer my message a simple yes or no.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just broke the relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop that. You need to stop that.
And it really is, it adds a negative element when it comes from a person you least expected, or you thought that, at bare minimum, as fellow thespians and actors and actresses, that fraternity, that bare minimum professional courtesy would be there. I could see if someone was asking you something negative or sending these stupid chain mails and stuff like that. But I mean, I just think at bare minimum, respond.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing, even with the chain mails. I see the chain mails. I seen the chain mail, so I just give it a thumbs up. Right. That's it.
Right.
I respond.
Right.
Even if I'm not going to share it, I still
me too,
give a little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Little happy face.
Right.
Okay. Why can't you do the same?
Right.
That's all. Respond to somebody who's sending you something, respond. And like Kev said, if you don't want to respond to that person, unfriend them. You can unfriend them on Messenger.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfriend the person.
Yeah.
Unfriend me. I don't care. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. You know what I'm saying? There's no sense in, who wants to be connected with someone that you feel that you can't respond to their message. There's something divided about that. So let's keep the division honest by just breaking it off completely.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah. So my theme for what's bothering Nikee is this. If somebody sends you a message, respond. Common courtesy, respond. Yeah. That's all you got to do. It only takes a minute to give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to tell you right now, you hold down the message, these little icons will come up, hit a thumb.
Right.
You know, hit a thumb or something, but say something. Right. Don't just let it hang there, because then you're stuck with what the person is thinking in their mind about you reading the message and not responding to the message.
Well, here's the thing. There's an old saying, and I think it's true of what you're explaining. When you say something, you're sending a message, but even when you don't say something, you're still sending a message. Yeah. And, you know, and here's the thing. Once again, it goes back to one of the things I said in Kevin's Corner. You may be on top of the day, or at least you think you are, but the same person that you're treating bad and looking down upon today, you could be looking up and asking for help tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You don't know who and what God is making someone into. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because what go around, come around. That you might ignore somebody's message today because you think that you're doing well, and maybe you are, and continue success and blessings. But it might come a time where you might have to send that same person that you didn't respond to a message, and guess what? They just might do the same thing back to you, or they might answer and say, I don't think I can help you. Sorry, we're full. You know what I'm saying?
But at least they gave you an answer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't leaving no answers.
Right.
You know?
But you know what? And I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, if that's what people choose to do, God bless them. It's not going to make or break anyone's life if they do or don't respond. It's not going to make and break anybody's career if they do or don't respond. I talk about this on Kevin's Corner all the time. We live in a world full of rejection. You know, you hold the door for somebody, they don't say thank you. Somebody cuts you off while you're driving. Mm-hmm. You know, somebody bump into you, don't say excuse me. So we live in a world full of rejection. Mm-hmm. And this is just one of those components of life that adds to that list of rejection. And what we do here in Kevin's Corner and What's Bothering Nikee, the Kevin Nikee Show, we're going to put it out there because we want to challenge people to higher thinking, higher feeling, and what Nikee is doing with What's Bothering Nikee, higher behavior. And so higher behavior would be common courtesy, respect, things like that. But we understand that we live in a fallen world where that doesn't always happen. So when it doesn't happen, it doesn't infringe upon what's going on the inside of us from the standpoint of us feeling any worse about ourselves. But this is just a challenge to try to make the world a better place by saying, hey, you know what? It's okay to show common courtesy one to another. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you like that.
Courtesy.
You know, and my whole thing, and I said this on the show before, I'm not walking around having a bad day because somebody rejected me. You know, it's a part of life. And it goes back to what you talked about, even in acting, that bottom portion of the iceberg, that's all about rejection.
Yep.
That's all about rejection and being told no, and you didn't get cast and all that stuff. And people not responding to messages is just another part of that rejection portion of this fallen, unfair, imperfect world. But it's when it comes from someone you least expected, that you thought you had a connection with, that you thought you had a relationship with. Y'all, you know, y'all was filming together and y'all was, you know, riding together, whatever it was. And they do that. Now you got to question, well, where's their heart? And then you got to make adjustments to their response. And that's it, man. I like, you know, we talk about the theater. We let other people tell us where you deserve to sit. You know, and once people show you who they are, please believe them.
That's it.
Especially when you ain't do nothing wrong.
How about that?
You know what I mean?
How about that? Because like I said, it's a simple question. Yes or no will do. I get back to you. No, or put a thumbs up or whatever. Let the person know that you saw it. Because they looking at you. They can see that you seen it.
Right.
And I know that you see them, that they saw it. Right. Come on. Do better. We house cleaning today.
Yeah.
Okay.
We starting the year off.
We house cleaning.
Yeah.
We house cleaning. Let's do better, people.
Right.
Be better people. Do better people. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's it.
That's what What's Bothering Nikee and Kevin Corner is all about.
That's it.
All right. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. That's good. That's good word.
All right.
Yep.
We're going to take another break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner. When we come back, it's the Kevin Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We're everywhere, and we'll be back. Please let me feel inner peace.
from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me is a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open, I am aware, in me is a knowing of love, 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 love. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel peace from my center, at the center of me. Please let me feel peace from my center, at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me is a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open, I am aware, in me is a knowing of love, 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 love.
You're listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. Man,
right. I was almost falling asleep on that one.
Beautiful.
It was so peaceful. I almost falling asleep.
It was.
Yeah.
But you know what I like about it? You know what I like about it?
What's that?
Those notes.
Yep.
That harmony. That harmony.
Ah.
I live for the harmony. I'm telling you right now. And I'm telling you, when you do things a cappella and you hear all the notes, so beautiful. One of the things we used to do when I sang on the praise team at the church I used to go to, all the music would just drop off and we would just still be singing. And you can hear every single note from the soprano, first soprano, all the way down to the tenor. And you hear just like this faint drum beat in the background, but you hear every single note. I love harmony. I love harmony. And I love when you can hear every single note. And I love it when it blends together Love it. And that's how you can also tell when somebody's not on the right note, too.
Yeah, that's right.
You can tell when someone's not on the right note. If that harmony is not blending the way it's supposed to, somebody need to tweak themselves and get it right. All right. So now it's time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner.
All right, guys. We in week number 39.
Wow, 39.
We're going to keep the high vibration train moving.
Choo choo.
We're still dealing with how you know you're operating on a high vibration and frequency in life. Number 61 and 62, you heard Nikee mention the word harmony. She didn't see my notes, but it lets me know I'm saying the right thing. We're talking about live in harmony with yourself. You heard the song. It was about inner peace. And so live in harmony with yourself is a quality or characteristic that you know you're operating on a high vibration. So peace is the highest happiness. And by being in harmony with yourself, you can welcome it in your life. Harmony is deeply connected with the balance of your mind, body, and soul. So as long as we can remember, we've always been striving for the golden mean, that state in which we become conscious of every detail of our inner and outer world. We accept things as they are, and just then are we able to embrace the new ones. So I'm not talking about perfection here. So it is a different thing, reaching excellence in everything we do and seeking for the ideal. So from a philosophical standpoint of view, though those who are perfect are different from everyone else, though we know nobody is perfect, but which makes them imperfect. So nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So we live in a fractured, fallen, broken world, and we're fractured and fallen and broken and imperfect. So a lot of famous people in the history have dedicated their lives to a A lot of famous people in history have dedicated their lives to a desperate search of that utopia. But after failing to reach it and finally realizing how mortal and powerless they are in the face of fate, they have lost their minds. So every human being has at least two searches inside. You have to search for significant. That's the need to belong, or it's tied in with the need to belong, but that need to feel special and important. But there's also a search in all of us for peace. Okay. So every human being is longing for peace. And I'm going to say that from a sound-mindedness standpoint. Okay. Because you have people who are mentally ill who can't function in peace. Right. They got to create chaos to continue to function. Right. So under sound thinking patterns, which create sound feelings and behaviors, we're all searching for like a state of peace, a state of comfort. You know what I mean? And, but it's part of getting peace is understanding that there's no, life full of only peace. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, so we have to, accept that. Part of that acceptance is, but harmony is completely another thing. It's happiness, it's completeness, it's fulfillment, it's satisfaction, it's acceptance, peace, and awareness. So there are a few steps that we can take to help us live in harmony with ourselves. I mean, most of these things we are completely familiar with, and yet somehow we tend to avoid them. So maybe we are afraid to become the best version of ourselves and to reach success. Well, fear is our worst enemy, and with it, we will always stay at the same level. So we can try to overcome it and start our journey of success by attaining harmony, aka inner peace. All right. So that's 61. 62. When you're able to live in harmony or peace with yourself, you're able to live in harmony with others. See, some people can't live in peace with other people because they have this tornado of confusion inside their mind or in their emotions, which create chaotic behavior. You know what I'm saying? So if people are living in harmony with each other, they are living together peacefully rather than fighting, arguing, division. So we must try to live in peace and harmony with ourselves and those around us. So start by connecting with friends, families, partners, neighbors. Focus on dealing with any disharmony in your life in a generous, compassionate way and giving back to people in your community. Make sure you also maintain your own personal sense of harmony, and this will help you feel in sync with others. So it's that inner peace and living in harmony with ourselves that gives us that start or that chance to live in peace and harmony with others, But sometimes you can live in peace with somebody and they won't live in peace with you.
Yeah. Oh,
but that's their problem.
Yeah, that's their problem, though.
So be encouraged, be blessed, be a bridge builder, live in harmony with yourself, and let the carryover from that cause you to live in harmony with others. It makes for a more peaceful life. That's it.
I like that.
That's it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that because TD Jakes talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
Get your life.
Yeah.
Get your life so that you can be with others.
Yeah, and
you talk about it all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
And part of coming to inner peace with yourself is they talked about that awareness part that I mentioned.
Yeah.
So part of that awareness is, there has to be in order to obtain this, everybody don't reach that level.
Right.
There has to be a level of honesty with yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be honest with your thoughts. You have to you have to have the ability to do some introspection. You have to be honest with your thoughts, honest with your emotions, honest with your behaviors. And how are those thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, negative or positive? How are they affecting you and how are they affecting others?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, that's a lifelong journey, and nobody ever arrives, but the quicker you can get there, you can have peace in the midst of a world full of lack of peace. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's a song.
Really?
He'll give you peace in the midst of the storm.
Okay. Yeah. When storms are all going around, you can still have peace. And part of us arriving to that level of peace is being honest with ourselves, honest about who we are, honest with who we truly are. Remember I talked about on the show that everybody has a private self and a public self. Yeah. And they're on two different ends of the spectrum. But those who are able, and they never touch.
Right.
But those who are able to pull that private self closer to the public self, you get a real authentic you. Yeah. Though they never touch. Yeah. You want to get them as close to possible, because what that means is who you are in public, you are in secret, and who you are in secret, you are in public. Right. And that's moving towards peace. A more authentic you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, I like that. Yeah. All right. So that's some good stuff. Yeah. I love it. Some good stuff right there. I'm telling you. I hope you all being blessed. For real. Some good stuff. All right. That's it.
Want to put it out there?
Put it out there.
Go ahead, you go first.
Oh, you going to let me go first?
Yeah, I always try. I
know you do. You do. I always throw it back. Okay. You can find me on Facebook, Nikee Warren. On Twitter at Nikee Warren, and on the gram, only one that's different. Hello, I'm Nikee. That's spelled HELLOIMNIKEE. You can find our show, The Kevin Nikee Show, on Facebook at Kevin Nikee Show on Twitter, and on the gram, The Kevin Nikee Show. We keeps our show simple so that you can find us. If you have any questions, comments, concerns regarding our show, hit us up, The Kevin Nikee Show at yahoo.com. You have any questions, comments, concerns for our special guests, hit us up, Kevin Nikee Show at yahoo.com. We'll read it to them, get the answer, and read it back. And like we always say, who knows your letter can be featured on our show. And check us out. We got a lot of things going on this year, you guys. 2020 is here. And I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be the bomb.com. All
right. So I'm actor Kevin D. Benton. You can find me on Twitter at Kevin D. Benton, on Facebook, Kevin D. Benton, on Instagram, actor Kevin D. Benton. You can find us on YouTube, actor Kevin D. Benton and actress Nikee Warren. Check us out. Look, we got commercials on there. We got short films. We got feature films. We got monologues on there. Check us out. Continue to go with us, flow with us, show with us, flow with us, go with us, grow with us.
All right, you better go ahead. Sound like a rhyme.
Yeah, so we do what we do for you. Thank you guys for tuning in each week. We hope you enjoy our show.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep them coming as long as y'all keep tuning in.
Yeah. All right. So that's it.
So it's the Kevin Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We on iHeartRadio. We everywhere, and we are
out of here.
Peace.
It doesn't get much better than this. Spent too much time getting ready for this. These days it seems like I just can't miss, and I must confess, it don't get much better than this like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Oh, don't get much better than this like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Don't get much much better than this. Summertime is the perfect time. Yeah, I'm gonna win that race if you cross that line. Yeah, for every question I got answers, babe. For you, I'm trying to touch a girl and you should never, yeah, just a vibe. Pennies and problems, put them to the side. Glasses up to the sky. Why not just live, have a hell of a time with you? Yeah. It doesn't get much better than this. Spend too much time getting ready for this. It seems like I just can't miss. And I must confess, it don't get much better than this, baby. Oh, don't get much better than this. Oh, don't get much better than this, baby. Oh, don't get much better than this. Don't get much better than this. Woo! We done been through it all. They was praying on our downfall. We moved mountains, knocked down the walls. Funny how they hate, they try to steal the soul. Bounce back after a loss. Staying out the way of the law. Fast lane on to make the boy drop jaw. Candy paint on to make his girl drop drawers. Whoa, let's celebrate. You ain't get money, then I can't rely. Like, I never felt this good in my life. It doesn't get much better than this. Spend too much time getting ready for this. These days it seems like I just can't miss. And I must confess, don't get much better than this, like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Oh, don't get much better than this, like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Don't get much better than this. I'm getting pretty good at the good life. Every play that I make is a highlight. I got a girl put the good in the good night. And she giving me that look, that's a good sign. And she might fine, so it's easy like post-game layups. Sharper than the needle at the place they film Frazier. Gold game major, achieve game major. She know I curse a lot, and I'm a player. All around the world, we seen it and we done it. Towns, yeah, we run it. Shift gears and gun it. I reminisce when I open up the safe. Dodged every mousetrap in this rat race. It doesn't get much better than this. Spend too much time getting ready for this. These days it seems like I just can't miss. And I must confess, don't get much better than this, like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Oh, don't get much better than this, like that. Oh, don't get much better than this. Don't get much better than this.
You have been listening to The Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio.
When you save on auto insurance for driving safe with USAA Safe Pilot, you'll feel like a big deal, even in a traffic jam. Save up to 30% with USAA Safe Pilot. Restrictions apply. Trying to grab all the groceries in one trip? Oof, not how you would have done that. You know sometimes less is more. Like when you drive less and save with the USAA annual mileage discount. USAA. Get a quote today.